Well, I started out as a dancer, so there was that theater connection in a sense. And I did a little bit of acting when I lived in New York years ago, but not really. It didn't really catch on. I think I started acting back then in my 20s when I couldn't dance anymore because I got injured and I couldn't continue. I was a modern dancer and I really was training to be a professional and did some professional work. And I think it was too hard back then to make that transition because I was doing it as like by default, like, well, I can't dance anymore, so maybe I'll try acting. And then years later, I live up in Newburyport, Mass, and I was doing, I auditioned for a community theater play. In fact, I brought my son to audition thinking maybe he would audition, and I said I would do it with him. And he ended up not auditioning, and I did, and I got a part, and it was so much fun. That was pretty much it. I caught the bug and decided to pursue film and commercial acting and modeling and stuff as well. I think I made the transition to film from theater partially because it was so time consuming to do theater. Months of rehearsals and evenings and weekends, and I'm a single mom, you know. I wasn't at the time, but I soon was soon after that. And I didn't have the time, so I thought, well, and then there's something about on-camera work that I just love. I can't get enough of it. There's something about being on a movie set, really fun, like a big crazy family. We all kind of lived together for, weekends at a time. We're shooting on weekends starting at 6 in the morning, so we'd all get there groggy and go into makeup and have coffee and hang out. There were a lot of the actors all kind of slept over together and, locally, but because I live locally, I went home, so I didn't have that kind of sleepover experience. But just spending those days together with the cast was so much fun. And there were a couple actors that I had worked with before, like Vanessa Lee, who was fabulous, who was already a friend. And it was really a great bonding experience. We all joked around a lot together. We had very much supported each other. We confided in each other. It was amazing. It was a wonderful experience. So this was kind of a really good experience for me as an actress to make that kind of a commitment to a character and to a director, and to work over a long haul and to kind of get used to each other's working style. So it was a great learning experience. He's gave me, good direction and helped me kind of discover the character. And then I really got to feel that he trusted me as an actress to do my own thing, and it gave me a lot of freedom to kind of do with the character, kind of go in the direction that I thought the scene required, and then he would kind of shape it and say, well, what about, doing it more like this? But he's, very, very supportive of his actors, very appreciative. Maureen is a waitress in the diner. It's kind of hardened a little bit. In the world of the diner, she's the older waitress. There's Trudy, who's much younger. I think I'm kind of like a big sister to her in a way. And which was interesting because off camera, the actress who played Trudy and I got to be very close. And I felt like I was kind of like a big sister to her in real life, too. And then she does have a love interest, Sam, in the film. So that was really fun, too, to get to play with John, opposite John Seymour, who's a terrific actor, and also hysterically funny. So he would be like cracking me up, and then we'd have to get really serious and do the take, So I just kind of pretty much had to punch him when he did that. And the character goes through a lot of very emotional stuff. I just remember him saying that the character's tough and to be careful not to get too emotional, although she does, go through some really harsh experiences that required a lot of emotion, but at the same time, I wanted to make sure that I showed that she was strong, and I think that was really helpful.